Welcome back to the Killer Media Podcast. I am Nick, and this is Tim.
Mhm.
Today we have a very fun episode. First, we're going to do news. Second, it's going to be fun. Brief summary of like what happened in The Last of Us,
Mhm.
episodes 2 and 3.
1 and 2 and 3.
Well,
Did you watch all of them?
Yeah, but we watched the one episode before that. We kind of discussed season,
Oh,
like the first episode. It was brief.
you did? Oh,
Yeah, we did.
I don't remember that. You did. I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
I
he hasn't watched it yet.
have to watch season 1.
Then after that, we're gonna do a nice "Would You Rather"
Horror themed.
horror themed.
Obviously.
Yes, that I'm pretty excited for. I
Yeah.
got some.
I got some doozies.
Yeah, mine I had to think about it. At first. I had to double check my logic. I was like, I have to
Mhm.
make it a little logical because then
Right.
there's just a loophole.
You got to make them hard.
Yeah,
You know, like you can't make it easy. Like I'm choosing this one. Obviously, I can't do that. You got to have a lose technically.
I put in ones that were like not as like thought provoking.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, I have some easy ones.
not for every single one.
Yeah.
Because then we'd be here forever debating on
Right.
the meaning of life.
Right. So that'll be fun.
And then not last. Oh, actually, it is last,
It is
but
last.
not least. The episode review for Black Mirror, the newest season.
Yes. Collectively, we watched all of them. I watched 4 of them.
I watched all of them.
Yes. Collectively,
Poser.
we watched all of them.
That's
failed.
what we call.
I'm busy. I got no time. Catching up. So, to jump into some news, do you want to just start with The Last of Us?
Sure.
Because this stuff's kind of small.
Okay.
So just jump into that.
All right. Well,
Joel's dead.
spoilers.
Yeah, if you saw our last video, we were questioning if they would, and I didn't think they would. And then a day later,
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
See, now you remember.
Yeah. a day later, they killed him.
I watched it and I was like, I had a feeling they were gonna do it.
But he's again, I don't think Pedro's that spectacular, but he's the main draw of that show. You
What?
ended it. Now you got nothing. And of course, the next episode 3, everybody's like, "This is boring," and they don't like it.
Yeah,
From
I
what
thought, I
I've
thought
seen.
the same.
Yeah. So they've killed the show.
I watched it. Was it? Yeah, 2 days ago. Like, we actually, no, we didn't record that day, but
Yeah.
whatever. It was not. It's not good. There are some good highlights to it, like some things that they do different than the game, but ultimately, I don't know why they're going the direction that they're going.
I don't know what direction they're going. I didn't watch it.
Neither do I, and I watched it.
So I didn't play the game. I know vaguely what happens, but I have no idea.
So, first episode 1 is showing Abby. She's going, like they changed how you watched all of it. You've played the game, right?
I played 30 minutes of the game.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
So you also have not played the game. Okay.
No, but I like vaguely know the story.
I'd say about like an hour into the game is when Joel does die.
Oh,
So,
so
like-
a decent amount.
Like on par, like the framing time of like the episodes are like what 50 minutes. So
pretty
it's pretty on par on like the time, the time jump. There's like a 3-month time jump after Joel dies, so it's kind of
Oh, gotcha.
annoying. I haven't watched any gameplay on the game in forever,
Mhm.
so I'm not an expert on this. But one of the things on how Abby discovers that Joel is because in the game, Tommy says his name and then says Joel's name,
Okay.
and then everybody in the room, Abby's friends, all look concerned and like, oh, well, this is the guy we're supposed to kill.
Yeah.
And then it all goes down. But in the show, which I'm agreeing with other people who have said that it actually looks it was more realistic because
Mhm.
Dina is with Joel this time and not Tommy,
Okay.
and Dina says Joel's name out loud, and it's just Abby who realizes that, and then brings them back to the cabin, and that's
Oh,
how Abby knows who Joel is. So it makes more sense because
Gotcha.
of who Tommy is. Like they wouldn't have just like given their name out to anybody.
True. You can see that.
So that's one.
Yeah.
We've had
yours. You look at mine. From what I saw, I've seen like a YouTube clip of it, and the the group of people, they seem just like high school teenagers. Just
They
trying to
do.
bully a
That's
kid,
also
you
one of my
know?
other other
It's
gripes.
like he didn't take it seriously in that manner. Like they didn't look tough. They just looked like, look at that punk, and they just like beat him up. That's what it looked like. Like it felt like that.
Yeah, as controversial as the whole killing of Joel was in general, when I never played the game, but I watched all of the cutscenes and know the gist of the story.
Mhm.
But from my perspective, I actually do like that because it just shows that a lot of people say that Ellie was actually the main character the whole time, but I mean sometimes it's a like not everybody can survive. Not everybody needs plot armor.
True. Like it's good that they make these decisions because it came out of left field.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to catch you off guard, like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I don't think you watched that, but every other episode they kill somebody.
I heard
no one.
someone had said about Game of Thrones because Pedro's in that,
Yeah.
and he's dead too.
He's the new Sean Bean. He dies in everything he's in.
Apparently, like a lot of people thought that they killed they started killing too many. Somebody said that they thought that they killed too many people in Game of Thrones.
That
When like
makes it good.
when they just kill people left and right for no reason, there's nobody. You're always introducing new characters. You don't give enough time for actually like caring about those characters.
No, but see, the thing is, you don't need to because the characters that they introduce and then kill are like the king. They're like, well, you can't kill this guy; he's the king, and then boom, they kill him. They're people of importance that they just kill off. So it's like, oh, all right. It's if you watch it, it's very shocking. Like
Okay.
it really, it's not like cheap. It doesn't get old.
I don't know if I've watched Game of
Oh,
Thrones.
it's good. I can lend it to you. I have
That's a lot. How many seasons?
8 or 7.
Damn.
Hour each.
How many episodes each season?
9, 10 maybe.
That's a lot of time.
It is a lot of time.
That is a lot of time.
It's a commitment, but you can fly by.
Yeah. The other thing I noticed immediately, like I knew it was coming, when Abby's using the golf club to smash Joel. Like, first she's actually punching him with her fists, and she doesn't look the part. She doesn't look jacked. She doesn't look like she's strong compared to Joel. So it just doesn't feel right. And the whole thing at the end when Ellie's watching, instead of like the final smack is like Joel being pretty much beat up blunt, like bludgeoned to death. Like she stabs him with like the tip of the golf club that like broke off, and she stabs him. Like it just felt so like
it was brutal though.
If that was no, like that's the movie or not the movie, the show.
Yeah, it was brutal though.
It was, but it was way more brutal in the game.
Okay, I didn't watch them kill him in the game.
Oh, okay.
So I thought I was gonna play it one day. I didn't want to spoil that, but I haven't got to it yet.
I guess you already
And
it's
now
already spoiled.
it's
So
too far
you might as well
gone
eventually just watch.
Yeah.
Like just watch that scene and watch the TV show scene,
I will.
and it's way better in the game.
That's what I.
She literally beats him to death, like the whole time. Like he's just bludgeoned.
Like
it's,
Negan
it's,
style.
It's
pretty brutal. Interesting.
Yeah. And then episode 3 is just
trash.
It is.
So I heard.
Like I actually liked episode 2, just because of the whole Jackson being invaded by infected. That was also a change of pace from the game. But overall, I don't know if I'm gonna watch.
Yeah. Just
the next episode after that.
Just time ahead out. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool little update there. If he watches more, he'll update it on you. I'm not
Maybe.
gonna watch it. Not yet, at least. So for those comic book readers, we have an Aliens versus Avengers comic line coming out. Because why not?
They're all Marvel now.
I feel like it'd be
Disney.
pretty easy to fight aliens when you have Iron Man, you know. Seems kind of easy. So I'm not quite sure where the struggle would be there. You know?
I'm trying to think, like, if Spider-Man were to get
To
chest
tap 'em up.
burster. Apparently Superman
Spider Xenomorph.
and a Xenomorph.
That would be fucking cool.
No, apparently Superman and a Xenomorph. I don't know how official it was, but I read that like he
Oh,
actually did. Yeah.
They Justice League versus everything. Yeah, they did them all.
So the way that apparently Superman, he was like in a red sun, and then he got impregnated by the face hugger. So then it was in his body. Then he flew to like where a yellow sun was, so that it wouldn't like burst out of his chest, and then he like coughed it up or something.
Oh, really?
Because
Like
it couldn't. Yeah,
Oh,
it
that's kinda
couldn't
cool.
chest burst through him.
I thought it was going to be some sort of super xenomorph.
Could have been.
That would have been cool.
Maybe.
It killed super. That would be awesome. So we have that. Then we have a Spider-Man versus Predator comic. I think it's a one shot, so just one issue. I think. Oh no, it's 4 issues. Sorry. So there'll be 4 books.
Spider-Man's winning.
I don't know. It's the Predator.
Spider-Man is winning.
Well,
Who's writing it though?
I don't know. But
Is it a
the
Spider-Man
Pred- the-
fan
see-
or a Predator fan?
see, the Predator went against Wolverine a couple years ago. He got pretty fucked up. And then he versed Batman like way years ago. Of course, the heroes always win, obviously. So Spider-Man will, I would assume, win. But apparently, it's a good fight. So I don't know. I feel like it's pretty easy. You just whip him up enough to where he can't do anything. I mean, he is strong.
Spider-Man is strong as hell.
It's true.
A lot of people underestimate him.
But he's got lock-on ability. But he's got spider sense.
Exactly.
Can't
He
win.
could sense danger.
It's gonna be cool. So we have those 2 coming out. It's pretty cool. Where's my stuff? We have the Alien Earth TV show. Today they released the names of each of the episodes.
Are they cool ass names? Do they mean anything?
we
like
don't
any
know.
Easter eggs?
We don't know quite yet. Let me read them for you. I was planning on getting it ready, and then I didn't.
It's like 10 minutes ago, we actually weren't going to have our Killer Media sign.
We almost forgot about that. It's crazy. So, episode 1 is called Neverland.
Okay.
Episode 2 is Mr. October. Probably a synthetic. 3, Metamorphosis. 4, Observation. 5 is Emergence. 6 is The Fly. 7 is In Space No One. And 8 is The Real Monsters. Now, The Real Monsters is totally going to be like...
Humans.
Yeah, the humans and the companies,
The
Wayland,
yeah,
like,
Wayland and Yutani and
experimenting these and not killing them. Definitely going to be that. The Fly, there is like a flying bug monster in this show that they kind of tease, so it could be
Okay.
that, or because the director or the writer of this directed The Fly, the movie The Fly,
that. Oh, okay.
so it's probably a cool callback to that.
Probably.
Metamorphosis might be something with xenomorphs.
I'm thinking, what's the first 2? Wait, which one?
Neverland and Mr. October.
So yeah, Neverland's the first one. I'm definitely assuming that the first 2 we're not going to see much of.
It's going to be all set up.
It's more setup. It's going to be more setup, and then I think Metamorphosis, like a lot of it's going to be set up until like maybe Observation,
Mhm.
and then the last part of that episode will be like one of the face huggers getting out, like
'Cause
whatever
they're observing.
they're studying them.
yeah.
Yeah, they're going to study them, and then Emergence is definitely like
It's
emerging.
all hell's breaking loose.
Yeah.
However, the only marketing they've ever done for the show is show Alien. So maybe it is all Alien. You know? And this takes place before Alien 1. And in Alien 3 or Resurrection, they go to Earth, the prison one. I think it's 3. I think they're on Earth, and it's literally a wasteland. Like, it's destroyed. So maybe the aliens actually take over Earth and destroy everything. Maybe. If this is
that's
canon.
possible.
If this is canon, you know? But there's a lot of stuff that apparently ruins canon, so I don't know. So we'll have to see if this is like legit or not. So
Does canon mean anything nowadays?
I guess not. It's a multiverse.
it's multiverse of everything.
Yeah, they're gonna the whole multiverse. So they're doing a hell of a job marketing this show. Maybe that's a good thing because they have faith in the show, or it's a bad thing because they realize the show is not enough, so they're heavily pushing the marketing. But who knows?
Maybe.
I'm intrigued. I can't wait for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's some news that I got.
All right.
Oh, also, I put this on the Instagram. The Jaws 50th anniversary. They're coming out with another steelbook, 4K. So pick that up if you want. It's got some pretty cool new artwork on it. Coming out June 17th,
2025.
2025. It's a short few months. And then at the end we'll watch it, but the official trailer for Weapons came out.
Yes, not the teaser.
Right.
That has the
So-
teaser literally shows nothing.
And we're gonna watch that after he says some stuff.
Yeah, the trailer for it it's pretty creepy. But I just saw that the Fear Street prom queen trailer was released today. I watched
Oh,
that
I
one.
didn't see that.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Prom Queen. Now, are they gonna like Carrie or like the Prom Queen horror movie
It's a
that
slasher.
Jamie Lee Curtis
Looks like a
was?
slasher.
So
Still.
maybe it's taking inspiration from Jamie Lee Curtis's horror Prom Queen
Probably
or Prom Night, whatever it was
Prom
called.
Night. Yeah, that's what I'm gathering. It's none of the. It's from Shady Side, so it's still in the universe. So
Now, are they off the books now? Just brand new? Because I thought the
I don't
book
know.
were only 3.
R.L. Stein might have just.
Maybe there's like a whole like mega book.
I think there's more than just. I think there is more Fear Street. Fear Street was was still like an anthology,
Yeah.
but it was just more for.
Hmm.
I don't want to say more young adult. It wasn't for like Goosebumps, where like it was more
Yeah.
like 10-year-old, like 12, like a little bit that horror. It wasn't like that much, but this is a little bit
Gotcha. I
more
like
adult themed.
I like the initial 3. I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah, me too.
They were fun watches.
They were the time traveling on not really
Just
time
the
travel.
telling the story from different points of view.
Yeah,
Like the weird.
like it was kind of like an anthology, but still it was the story
right.
and everything connected.
Holy cow! There's 53 Fear Street books. All right. Never mind. They have a lot.
Yeah, R.L. Stein.
He's a beast.
Then, for anyone who knows of the movie Urban Legends or Urban
I
Legend,
think I heard of it.
1998, I've watched it. I watched it a couple times when I was younger. Jared Leto is in it. He's actually fine in this because he's not like the main character.
Oh, okay, he's good at supporting roles.
Yeah. So the gist of Urban Legend was that there was a killer on loose at a university, and all the killings were all very similar to the just like urban legends.
Mhm.
One
Ah,
of
that's
them,
kinda cool.
one of them being a woman going to a gas station, and it's a creepy looking gas station. So the woman kind of doesn't want to get gas, but she gets out, goes up to the convenience store or goes to use the bathroom, then comes out. She doesn't see anybody, and then the convenience store owner is creepy. She thinks he's creepy, blah blah blah, and she gets paranoid and then drives off. Um, and the urban legend is that it's supposed to be like he shows up in the back of like the car, but it's just like a killer who's just there's no actual like urban legends. It's just it's just a slasher, but the
Gotcha.
killings are made up to be like urban legends.
That's cool.
So yeah,
Cool. All right, jumping into this trailer.
all right.
Live reaction from me. He's already saw it. I'm scared.
This is a true story that happened in my town.
That house
So
looks
this
familiar.
one Wednesday is like a normal day for the whole school. But today was different. Every other class had all their kids. But Mrs. Candy's room was totally empty. And do you know why?
No.
Because the night before, at 2:17 in the morning, every kid woke up, got out of bed, walked downstairs, and into the dark,
How does she know that?
and they never came.
I'm gonna say maybe the kids survive.
Oh, Barbarian. I have to watch this.
Yeah.
Thanos.
Yeah. Yeah, they wonder they're
Hey,
Wong.
Wong. The whole Marvel cast. Julia Garland. Soon.
She just teaches a night class. That's like creepy.
Interesting.
Where are you? Where did you go?
Okay.
This is where the story really starts.
Now, I'm not familiar with this story.
I've never.
So-
even heard of it.
Why is it called Weapons?
I don't know. But this is a great trailer. Just like the 28 Years Later trailer, because they don't reveal anything.
Yeah.
Great trailer.
It's not too bad. Like
Great trailer.
nothing is really topping this year. The 28
The
28
movie of the year.
28 years later
Right.
trailer.
Horror
Like, it
movie
was
of the year.
just
So good. The poem, great. So good. Well, that looks fun.
it does.
It has some creepy vibes to it. Some demonic, satanic type stuff.
Yeah.
With the weird eyes. People go missing like a mystery. I think I'll watch that one.
I think I'll too.
Yeah. I think we're gonna
I
watch
think
that
so.
one. Yeah. I think I made my point.
Red car.
Cool. There are your news. Use that knowledge to your best ability. And don't let it go to waste. Use it for the greater good.
For the greater good.
Now,
Now
would
for
you fucking rather?
would you fucking rather?
Maybe. Depends on what you're rather.
Would you fuck a rather?
What's a rather?
I don't know.
I'm going first.
I'm going second.
Okay, fair
We'll
enough.
just flip flop.
Fair enough. Here you go. Would you rather never see a Blumhouse movie ever again, but you give up the whole Halloween franchise? Doesn't exist. Or never see any of the Halloween movies and give up all the Blumhouse movies?
You might need, I need to see. I need to be able to see. Can you put it up on here?
No, it's on
I
my
guess.
separate app.
Oh. All right. Say it one more time.
I'll say it one more time. Never see Blumhouse movies ever again.
Okay.
Like
that's
you never
good.
have to watch any of them. But the Halloween franchise never existed
Even the past one.
at all. None of them.
Okay.
John Carpenter never wrote it. Or you give up all the Halloween movies. So once again, you're not seeing it, and there's no Blumhouse movies.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go with the second one. I guess.
Oh, I guess they're both the same thing.
Oh,
I was doing that joke with the bacon and the...
that's what I was
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, okay. All right, the real one I had regarding that one was...
Oh wait. This is all right. For anyone who doesn't know, we didn't come up with this, but
Yeah.
An actual would you rather for you guys is
Mhm.
would you rather have unlimited bacon but no games,
Mhm.
or unlimited games but no games?
Think about that one.
Think about that one.
And give us your answer in the
Yep.
comments below.
It's a pretty easy one.
Yeah, so the real one is never see Blumhouse movies ever again. And the Halloween franchise never existed. That's still part of
Okay,
it.
so that's the actual.
Or you have Blumhouse movies be the only distributor to ever put out movies. They're the only company to put out movies.
Damn.
So no Blumhouse and no Halloween. Or everything is Blumhouse. Even Halloween. Everything's Blumhouse.
Blumhouse has a very small amount of, like, I guess maybe genuine. Like, I'd have to look over all of their movies, but
They're hit or
but
miss.
for the most part, it's hit or miss. So it's not like overall like good
Right.
quality.
So the question is, can you live without Halloween and have everything else?
I think
You know.
I think I can. I think I can go with that one.
All right. So you're going with
if,
the first
if
one.
Blumhouse is the only distributor ever,
Yeah.
I don't think that would be good
So you're choosing no Blumhouse
ever.
and no Halloween.
Yeah, I guess so.
So everything else is there.
Because
Just
there
no
are
Blumhouse.
stuff. Because I still have the thing
This is
because
true. You're missing out on Woman in the Yard,
am I?
though. Am I?
So I'm gonna go with that one.
All right. Fair enough.
All right. Start off a little simple.
All right. Simple.
Would you rather Robert Englund star in a new Nightmare on Elm Street movie, or a completely new actor have a go at it?
New.
New.
Robert has had his time. First, he's too old. And second, you don't need Robert to make a good Nightmare.
He'd just be all AI.
No. Definitely not AI. I think, what's his name?
The one from the reboot.
Yeah, he did a great job.
He did.
It's just the script was bad.
Yeah.
He was menacing.
I'd still
scary.
rather someone other than him as well.
Oh yeah, I like anybody else, but I mean, no, you don't need Robert, and he shouldn't be. If they make another one, don't even think about him.
Yeah.
Completely new.
Don't forget to also play this in the comments.
Yes, tell us
Follow along.
our questions. Let us know what your answer are.
Follow along. Yeah, we'll put all the questions in the description.
All right. So, would you rather have to have nightmares every night and like Freddy, like in the nightmares? You can't die though, but you don't know that. So you think you can, but you don't know you can't. So you're always in fear. You don't
Okay.
have that immunity. Or never watch any horror movies ever again. So this means over time you're obviously losing sleep and like destroying your life.
Well, eventually, I'm going to figure out in the dreams that I can't die.
You could.
Eventually.
You could. Or Freddy's smart enough to never let you know.
How do you
Because
know
maybe he would know. He's in charge of the whole thing. If you think about it. You can spin it whatever way
that? In
you
the
want.
dream, I might
but-
try to take my life to see if I can.
Maybe.
It just if it's such a like maybe if I do that if I think it's a dream,
Mm.
do I know that Freddy Krueger exists, or is this like a
Yeah, the movies exist. Like
Okay.
it's all real.
okay?
So like
But I
obviously
can't die.
Yeah.
Okay.
but you don't know that knowledge. I guess currently. But who knows
And
how
Freddy
long
Krueger
this will
is
take.
real.
Yeah. But
Okay.
he just wants to toy with you. He doesn't want to kill you. He's just
Is
scaring
it
you to death.
that he doesn't want to kill me, or I can't die?
I guess they're the same, one or the other. He's trying to kill you, but he never gets close enough. You always, I guess, wake up. But it's still very frightening because it's like real. It's not a nightmare. It's real.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
So you're over time you're gonna lose sleep because you're gonna be waking up all the time. So would you rather have that or no horror movies ever? Yeah, it's a tough one.
Well,
I can't even play.
is there? Hey, is there pills to repress dreams?
They've tried that. Didn't work. Freddy trumps all.
Let's see.
I think there are. No. Maybe they can help with them.
They can help. I'm gonna take a risk and just go with Freddy Krueger's Nightmares.
Fair enough. I mean, how could you go without horror movies? It's tough, you know? It's who we are. Good choice.
That is a good choice.
Respect.
Respect.
I respect it.
Don't look.
I'm not looking.
Don't look. All right. Oh. All right. Don't peek. All right.
I'm not peeking.
Would you rather have your memory erased of watching your favorite horror movie and to never discover or watch that movie again, or for the rest of your life only ever watch that movie every time you want to watch a movie?
So it's that movie exclusively or never.
Pretty much.
Pretty much it is.
Yeah, pretty much. Like
So the only movie I can ever watch, or is it only a horror movie ever? Like I'm putting on a horror movie, it has to be that one, or I can't watch Back to the Future ever again?
Yeah, you can't watch Back to the Future.
What's the first part? Never have it come out?
Would you rather have your memory erased of watching your favorite horror movie and to never discover or watch that movie again, or for the rest of your life only ever watch that movie every time you want to watch a movie? So
I'm never
is it The
watching
Shining?
I'm never watching The Shining again, or I'm always watching it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that would get old because that's a slow burn.
Yeah.
So I'm
Like as
picking
much as you love The
I'm
Shining,
picking the first one.
yeah,
You can live without it. I can't live without Back to the Future.
and you have your memory erased of it. Like,
Yeah, so I never knew it existed. So basically, it doesn't exist, and I can't watch it.
Yeah.
So
there's no way.
it never exists.
It was erased, I'll say.
It was erased. All right, fair enough. Yeah, the first one.
Yeah.
That would get a.
Like
That
you
would
have
be
maybe you have a recollection of the movie.
See, that would just piss me off though.
Exactly.
But yeah, I can't only watch that for the rest of my life. If it was Back to the Future, yeah, I'd do that. But that one, can't.
All right.
all right. Would you rather be stuck in Stephen King's It or It Follows?
Ooh. Stephen King's It.
Yes,
It's
a pretty obvious choice.
We already did discuss what the It Follows
Yeah,
a little bit of just
Yeah,
like
a plan.
a plan
Yeah,
on how to kill it.
Mhm.
But that's still like not a fun life.
No.
To always be looking back
Yeah, 'cause
and
it
wondering where this thing is.
technically could never end.
It could. You never know.
You would have to die for it to end. For you. You know? I'm curious if I can see how long we've been going for.
Well, you transmit it that way, so you just find somebody and just
Yeah.
pass it on to them. But then eventually it comes back to you, because if that person dies, then it goes right back to you.
Mhm.
So you really truly cannot get rid of it.
True.
Like, that's so
Unless,
bad.
unless you die.
But with
It's
It Follows,
hard.
I can
It-
just leave Derry.
You mean it? You said It Follows.
Oh,
It.
yeah.
But you can't leave though. It brings you back. As shown in the movies and the book.
At least I have time to go back and get something
You
done
have-
with
you
my
have-
life.
You have 27 years. Then you can go back and die.
Yeah, but with It Follows, I'd be like,
It's-
I'd be wondering exactly when this thing
It's-
is coming. I'd always be looking over my shoulder. It would not be fun.
It's fear 24/7. Cool.
So I
Good
would
choice.
definitely go with
I'd pick that too.
Pennywise.
I'd pick that too.
All right. Would you rather be transported into the world of Alien movies or transported into the world of Predator movies? You are the main character of whichever you pick, and these worlds are separate. So, like, I know that Alien versus Predator is a thing, but you're
So
the
I'm
main
the main
character.
character.
So it's
So
not like
either
you can't just
way-
hide from Alien. Like, you are like the main character.
But
So your motivation is pretty much
I'm gonna win though. It's a movie.
just saying you're the main character. Like, so in the sense you're the main character, that you have an obligation to just try
Yeah.
but you could still die. So it's not like you're
There's an
just
interesting plot for a movie. Psych, the main character doesn't have plot armor. So
a
which one
character
do I?
who knows he's the main character.
Which one do I think I have a better shot at living in?
You're fucked either way.
Yeah, probably. See, Alien, there's tons of them. Predator, I have a good chance of there being just one.
You're the main character, and not that you're not special, but you're not like military. Like you're you.
Right. Yeah, I think Aliens, you're just absolutely fucked. Because there's so many of them. You know?
And it's a hive
Swarms.
mind.
Yeah, and there's swarms. Predator, good chance there's just one.
Yeah.
There could be more, but there's a good chance it's one.
But highly skilled.
And you can't see it. It's far away. Clicks. Scary. I think Predator's cooler, so I'm going with them.
Okay.
I mean, either shot, I think I have an equal chance killing both of them. Like the same amount of percentage.
Yeah.
Alien probably a bit lower chance. Just because they're fast and they have tails and acid for blood.
Yeah.
So I think I'd have a slightly better shot with the Predator. Plus they're cooler, so I'm choosing them. Am I in a jungle? Or am I? What's the setting of
I
this
don't
one?
know.
Are we in the concrete jungle or the jungle?
I didn't think of a setting.
I choose the city.
Okay.
Jungle's scary.
Go for the city.
The jungle's scary.
All right.
Here we go. This one's a doozy. I gotta find it though. Would you rather have pumpkin for a head or knives for hands? Knives for fingers.
Edward Scissorhands.
Knives for fingers or pumpkin for a head? And it's not just like a pumpkin you put over it. Like you're a legit pumpkin man.
Is it like annoying orange where like I could still eat?
You can do everything you can. You just have a pumpkin head.
Hmm.
You're the headless horseman, basically.
And other one would be
Knives.
knives.
Yeah.
So I'd be Edward Scissorhands. So either way,
Or you could be Freddy.
I'm bullied.
But there's one way you can fight back with knives.
I
And
still go to jail.
True. You can't wipe your ass.
Exactly.
How you gonna eat? Knives. Like at first I was like, I put hands down instead of fingers, so we just have one giant knife. Like no, it's just fingers.
That I would not be able to do. Either way, but I'm still gonna pick Pumpkinhead.
But someone can smash you and you're dead so easily, and you rot. Maybe. maybe you die too easily. Yeah, maybe you don't rot, but you still have the fragility of a pumpkin.
I'm still going with Pumpkin.
All right, fair enough.
I think
In the long
either way,
run,
I'm getting bullied. Can't solve the problem with killing people with my knives. I'm gonna die or
But would
get
somebody
shot or
would somebody not want to bully someone with knives for fingers
the
for
people.
the fear of it?
No, there's bold people in the world. They'll do
Take
anything.
Take him out. Self defense.
Even when somebody has a gun, I'm sure people antagonize other people.
Yeah, it's how they get shot. All right, fair enough.
So Pumpkinhead,
I
it
think
is.
I'd choose that. It's the logical answer.
It is. All right. Would you rather be chased by a serial killer from a horror movie of your choice 24 hours without rest, or put through a series of Saw trials for 48 hours with 10-minute rest between each game? You have a 100% chance of survival.
With both chances,
Yes.
but a chance.
It's just you going through everything. Like you have a 100% chance.
Oh, so I'm living no matter what.
Yes, but it's what would you rather go through?
I'd rather get chased because with Saw I'm getting hurt. No
But it's
matter what.
nonstop, so you're you're constantly getting hunted.
Yeah, it's like it follows.
No, but like they're faster than it.
Depends on
follows.
what I pick. Killer
Well-
of my choice.
I said serial killer.
Yeah, of my choice.
Who do you choose?
They don't have super speed. Shooting Jason. He's slow as shit.
He's still pretty strong. He's relentless.
Yeah, but he's slow. Or Mike.
Can you keep that up for 24 hours straight?
Yeah, man. 10 days? How many days?
Like he could still like stab you, like
Yeah, but
But,
I'm not
like,
dying.
you're not gonna die.
Saw is just so painful.
But as soon as you're like incapacitated, he's gonna keep stabbing you over and over
Yeah,
for
but
24
Saw
hours.
is the same. I gotta gouge my own eye out. I don't want to do that.
You get rests though.
You get rest, though. You lose an eye, but you get a rest. I don't think. No, I'd rather be chased.
Okay.
Thrill. It's more fun that way.
All right, fair enough.
Plus, I'd be considered like emo then, because I'm just hurting myself, cutting myself up, because it's self harm.
Don't talk bad about the emos.
I'm not.
All right.
What would you choose? Sounded like you were choosing the other one.
I'll go with serial killer.
Yeah. See? You think I'm crazy?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Would you rather give up the Scream franchise or the Nightmare franchise? Choose one to be eliminated.
Nightmare franchise.
Yeah, there's more misses in that one.
I would definitely. Do I have a recollection of?
They never existed, ever. So you have no recollection. So you're missing out on something you don't know exists.
So is it really a would you rather? Doesn't matter at that point, right?
Yeah, but which one do you like more, basically?
I like Scream more.
And there you go. I picked that too. One more each?
Oh, I have.
Well, I know we have a lot, but we're at like 40 minutes. Right?
I'd say.
Unless you have one you really want to get to.
I'll give you two more.
Okay.
At
We'll
least
do
on
two
mine.
each. We'll do two each.
All right. So this one doesn't have anything to do with the franchise, but
Okay.
Would you rather be in a room for 24 hours where you can't hear anything but can see scary stuff, or be in a room for 24 hours where you can't see anything but you can hear really scary stuff?
I want to see it.
I was like, the scary stuff in either decision is the same, and it's not a constant thing but frequent. So
I want
like,
to see it. If I can't see but I can hear it, I'd kill myself. That's insane. I'd rather see it and not hear it. But then it can creep up behind me. I'd just be circling the whole
this is
time.
also for 24 hours.
I'd just be circling the whole time.
So you wouldn't be able to hear anything.
So you see scary stuff. Is it like a haunted house type thing? Like I don't
guess
like they're not
so.
actually like gonna kill me. Can they like touch me, rough me up?
No, but
No.
it'll probably be traumatizing to
Alright,
constantly. It's
so-
not going to be constant where like you're like glued to a TV, but like pretty frequent. Like it's just very unnerving. And
Here's my rebuttal. I'm gonna combat this. I'm gonna choose no hearing and just sleep the whole 24 hours. Can't see nothing. This way I can't see it, can't hear nothing, doesn't affect me. If they can't touch me or rough me up, nothing's ever there.
maybe that'll
The
work.
rebuttal.
I don't think you'd be able to sleep for 24 hours though.
But I can try to close my eyes.
You can try.
I will try.
But as soon as you open one of your eyes, like something's gonna like
Jump scare.
jump scare you.
I'll open them, but I'll hold my hand over my face.
Like it'll conjure up whatever worst fears you ever have.
I got no fears.
Hallucinations, scary stuff.
I got no fears. I'm a fearless man.
All right.
Yeah, no, I choose seeing but not hearing.
Okay.
Because if I'm not seeing it and I can hear it, fuck that. That's scary.
Yeah, it might be easier to sleep.
Because then you'd probably hear like getting louder and louder towards you, but
you
there
can't
might
see
not be nothing there. You can't see it now. Forget that. I ain't doing that. That's some dumb. Would you rather guest star on your favorite horror movie? So you'd be in the movie, but it's a real life scenario. So you could die. Or just stay on the couch and watch the movie. Like your most iconic movie, you want to be in it so bad because it's so badass, but you could die or just watch
The
it.
Thing would probably not be a good answer.
Or just watch it.
So okay, if I pick The Thing, is that thing happening in real life? So like
Yeah, like you could actually die for like the events are real.
So the events are real, then that would
But
mean
it's shot for shot
the
movie
world
is real.
could end.
Yeah.
I would just watch it.
So even though you could defeat it, you never know if you did or not.
Is it beat for beat what happens in the
Yeah,
movie?
but it's real. But you know, again,
am I
it
McCready?
depends on who you are. Well,
But we also don't know what
yeah,
happens.
exactly.
So we're gonna go. I'm just gonna watch the movie.
You could be fucked. All right, movie.
All right, this is a long one because
All right.
I thought kind of hard about this one.
All right,
so
kinda
hopefully my logic
All right.
is like makes sense.
Well, let's see.
You'll see.
We'll see.
All right. Would you rather have them make only one more new original Friday the 13th movie and the rights for anything new cannot be used for anything? So that means it's just one more Friday the 13th movie.
That's it.
And there's no new stuff after that. That means no video games, potentially art, but everything before that is still like, you could still see it.
All right.
Or only one more new original A Nightmare on Elm Street movie, and the rights for anything new cannot be used for anything. But whichever is picked means all past media of the opposite franchise, like comics, books, TV, movies, art, is erased and is only a memory and cannot ever be viewed again, and the one you picked keeps every media before the last movie. An example, like if you pick Friday the 13th, that means that no more movies, no more games, books, comics can ever be done, but it's also the last movie, or it's all like
only
at
one
least
more movie, but everything
one more
else
movie because I mean you
stays.
like movies.
Yeah. So one movie, everything else in the past stays, but Nightmare's gone. Never existed, and vice versa for the other one.
But you have the memory of it,
Right?
But everything. Like,
I'm picking Friday. I'm not that big on Nightmare.
Okay.
I can live with that. And I mean, one more movie of that, we haven't had one since 2012, so it's really not that big of a deal.
But yeah, but I'm really but I feel like they filmed the Nightmare on Elm Street, the reboot, the 2010.
I mean, they did. I mean, I don't think it's horrible. I think it's watchable and it's kind of fun. But I don't know. I like Jason more.
Okay. I probably would have gone with Friday the 13th for the same reason.
Yeah. I don't know.
We haven't had a movie since 2009.
2009, yeah, not 12, yeah. I don't know. They're just Freddy's fun, but Jason. I think Jason's more iconic. So I can watch all those, you know. They're not great, but they're fun. They're just fun.
That's true.
All right, my last one.
No, my last one.
Sorry. Come again?
You're sorry.
It's a good one.
Unlimited bacon.
Would you rather receive Annabelle as a gift or Chucky? And they're real.
Chucky.
You want to get brutally murdered. And he's like going to kill you. Like he's not going to be your friend till the end.
I could potentially kill him. I think it's a lot easier for me to try to kill Chucky than it is for Annabelle, who's a demon.
True. But
I'm not sure.
Either way, you could never sleep again. You can't turn your eye to it.
What do you mean I can't?
So, like, if you sleep, he's just going to kill you in your sleep. Both of them, I guess.
Okay, well,
Like you can't fight when you're sleeping. It's for Chucky at least.
do I know he's Chucky?
Well, you know Chucky exists and what he can do. So he might act like he's your friend, but maybe
So-
he's not.
But you're saying I get the doll, but I know it's
Well, yeah, it's
bad.
gonna start talking to you,
as soon as that happens, bam, bam, right on the fucking table.
but he technically can't die.
If I destroy him, he will die.
But there's so many of them.
You
He's
only said
wounded.
one. You didn't say.
No, but I'm saying like he can conjure up a whole bunch.
But he needs other Chucky dolls though.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more. How many can you buy in Spencer's and Hot Topic? At least Annabelle, just call a priest, lock her away.
But you have to believe all that.
You don't have to believe for it to happen to you.
True.
You have to believe to fight it.
If you just believe.
You'll just get stabbed a million times. He's fast. I'd choose Chucky. Because Annabelle's freaky as shit.
Why are you trying to convince me to pick Annabelle then?
Just curious what you would pick.
Well, I picked Chucky, and you're like, I don't know.
I gotta play devil's advocate.
Yeah. All right, The Fly or Tusk?
I've
even-
never seen The Fly, so I'm gonna pick Tusk.
Okay.
Because that movie's just fucking.
You never seen like the video of like.
I've
Him
seen
turning
like the
into the
whole
Fly.
transformation scene, but Tusk is just so iconic.
Yeah, but like you're like pretty much put in his place. Like you're slow,
Yeah.
agonizing.
Right.
Compared to The Fly, I think he was like at least he had like some superhuman strength. Like it was a little bit.
Yeah.
I think I would.
The Fly's more disgusting. Wait. Would I rather turn into one or watch the movie?
Oh no.
Turn in.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
thought
you were
maybe-
like choose a movie to keep and get rid of.
Oh no.
No, I don't want to do Tusk. That's fucked up. I don't want to turn into a walrus.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd choose The Fly.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Although that one's more gruesome, but I feel like I don't know.
I think
Tusk
the
is-
worst part of Tusk is the realization that he's being turned
Yeah.
into a Tusk from his own free will. The what's his name? The scientist. He was doing this on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah, like he knew what was gonna. Yeah, that's true. All right, my last one, because these are too fun. It's not the last one, but it's the last one I'm doing. Would you rather be one of the survivors in Zombieland or 28 days later? What universe would you want to be in as a survivor, like a main character?
Zombieland.
Yeah, it's more fun and not scary. Not
That
as
100%.
Alright.
And this one was actually also a zombie. I'm just gonna do this. There's
Just do
one
it.
more.
Just do the last.
I'm gonna do
We're gonna cut it. Do the last
it.
one.
Would you rather have infected from The Last of Us with World War Z zombie
Fuck
speeds,
that.
Or
Mutant fungi.
have necromorphs from Dead Space with The Walking Dead walker speed?
Slow.
You want necromorphs, but
Yeah.
slow.
Super
slow.
fast raving hordes of fungi. Scary.
But necromorphs though are pretty.
They're scary.
They're
They're
scary.
slow. I can outrun them at least. Or I have time to plot the kill.
So like yeah, they're slow in a sense that like they probably won't be able to catch up to you. But if you're cornered, like you are going to die.
I think either way I'm dead. But at least when I know they're slow, mentally I have the thought of I have time.
I think the necromorphs are a little bit smarter though.
They're probably smart.
The Last of Us ones are pretty smart
The clickers.
because they're not even dead. They're
Yeah. They're just
infected.
Yeah.
All right.
Scary. All right.
That was Would You Rather.
Yeah. Let us know how that was. We liked it. We'll do it again.
Yeah.
We don't care what you say. We're doing it again.
We'll do it again. I'll fucking do it
I'll
again.
fucking do it again. Black Mirror.
Now,
This is my first entry into this show.
yeah, like, why is this your first entry, dude?
I don't know. I tried watching it first season
What
when
do
it
you
came out. There was a wax from the candle that almost killed my own house. I don't know. I started watching it back in when it first came out, like season 1. I just kind of lost interest and then forgot it was a show.
You did like the episode I showed you, like,
It was
years
like
back.
a video game, but it's like VR. They're on like treadmills. It was kind of cool. Then I just lost interest. But now I'm back into it because the season's pretty good.
You gotta watch the ones before it.
I will.
You do.
So how we're gonna tackle this is we're going to list off the ones that I've seen, all of them for him, least to most enjoyment, or most to least. Let's start with least, end with the best.
So are you saying at the same time or just?
We can go one by one.
Alright.
I didn't like rate them out of 10. Just kind of give general thoughts.
Yeah, I didn't.
That would be a lot.
I liked all the episodes this season, but from most to least, I had to pick something that was the least.
Yeah,
Like, they
of
weren't.
course.
All of them were good.
Mhm.
There wasn't any of them where it was just like just dumb.
Right.
Like, I liked all of them.
You can go first.
Okay.
I have to look up the episode names.
Did you have in mind of me just going like straight like most to least?
Go
All the way
least,
through.
go least to most. We'll end with the best.
All right. Episode. I actually don't know the number of the episode, but it's called Hotel Reverie.
I agree.
It was.
so ass.
I didn't think it was ass though.
I think
It was
the
my
whole
least favorite.
the whole plot and the concept of it made no sense to me. Who wants to watch an old movie remade with one cast member swapped out?
That's the
Gender
thing.
and race
A
swapped.
lot of people probably not.
Gender and race swapped. Yes, I don't like when they do that.
It depends on what it is.
A singular character. It's the same movie with a one character. I don't know who would like to see that. So the whole like plot just made no sense to me.
That's
Very
true.
cool technology
Yeah.
of doing it all AI based. But if it's a beat for beat remake, again, it didn't turn out to be that. But it's planned to be a beat for beat remake with one person swapped. That makes no sense.
The general plot was an actress is given an opportunity to star as the lead role in a reboot of a classic romance movie where a company that uses something called Redream to reimagine herself into the role of the movie where everything looks as real as reality. But with the use of the programmable AI that follows the scripts of the movie, she learns secrets of the AI. Oh, why is my thoughts not? I had thoughts. They're gone. AI took them.
Thoughts went back because he doesn't want you talking bad about it. So it swooped them away.
Yeah. The supporting actress in the movie that's the programmable AI eventually somewhat learns that
Yeah.
she
was the best actress in that episode.
Yeah, I thought the lead was
The lead cannot act. And it's funny because she wants to be the lead in a movie and she can't act. That's funny. I'm like, no wonder why you never casted the lead because he can't act.
Probably
didn't do it for me. Was that the person in charge of Redream? Was that Aquafina?
Yeah, it was
I hate
Awkwafina.
Aquafina.
Her voice isn't
I
one.
hate Aquafina. It makes sense why I hate this episode. I was just like bored. And like, do we need the backstory of the AI person? Like the episode's about recreating. Do we need to
I don't think
learn
that's what it was
every
about.
intricacy about this character?
It was more. I think what failed was it was supposed to be more about
Like AI's.
what's her name? What is the main name?
Claire?
No, like the main, like the
Dorothy?
no.
What are you talking
The
about?
lead.
Oh, the lead. No idea.
Anyways, it was pretty much supposed to be her having this time with this AI because the actress, it's gonna get meta.
Yeah, it's very weird.
The actress of that classic movie killed herself
Mhm.
because she was hiding the fact that she was lesbian.
Right.
She didn't like being with the lead actor. She putting on a front, so that's why she died. And before doing that, she watched the other lead actress. I'm gonna look up her name just so I can not.
Right.
Brandy. That's her name. Brandy.
Yeah.
She rewatches the movie before doing the reimagining thing, and then she looks up like the death of Dorothy, the actress in the real life.
Uh-huh.
The program uses Dorothy's actual likeness.
Yeah.
So everything she would have probably thought during getting into scene is exactly how she would be.
Mhm.
So then the AI eventually kind of learns
Right.
everything.
She
So
becomes
then-
self-aware.
Yeah, so then Brandy and her, they spend time because there's an error
Yeah.
inside the thing.
Spilled some coffee.
So in the program, it's going for days and days and days, maybe years.
Yeah.
That's not too clear.
I think
It's just
he
a
said,
really
like,
long time.
7 days a second. It was like going, and that was spinning a lot.
So yeah, that's
So it's probably years.
years. The only thing is that like it was two of them and everything else is still. So like,
Right.
what else can you really do? I would still, even with just two
Nothing.
people, that would be pretty boring.
Yeah, immensely boring.
But that was a really long time that they bonded.
And
And then there's a montage of them trying to fix it, and then they fix it, and she gets back, and she's like, "Oh, I'm back on in the earpiece.
right,
We're gonna reset it to the last scene and to Brandy," which I thought that was pretty terrifying. Like that
Oh, yeah.
aspect is pretty terrifying. Where like, as she was probably like, "Oh, I guess I'm trapped in here."
Right.
So she bonds with her, and then all of a sudden, oh, back to scene 2,
her new best friend will have no recollection.
and then it resets, and then it just
Yeah.
only Brandy knows.
Right, and then the whole story of like the classic movie changes.
Yeah.
Like a lot, and now it becomes a tragic romance.
And the whole reason the plot went like that was
'Cause she
I
couldn't
guess
play
not.
the piano.
she couldn't play the piano.
Butterfly effect.
She thought she
She thought it was fake. Again, they didn't explain anything to her really.
yeah, that's
She
why I
had
was
like 5 days to memorize a whole movie. That I was like, really memorize the whole movie in like 5 days?
well, it was a good thing that she that was one of her favorite movies. So
That's
of course she probably would know the lines.
That's true.
But that's just a convenience thing.
Yeah.
And the callback to I told you not to put any
Yeah, the
drinks on it.
Spills the
and then he
coffee.
smells like makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's probably gonna
Yeah.
that's probably gonna be bad.
Yeah, it didn't really do it for me.
Yeah.
I was just like, it wasn't that interesting enough.
I enjoyed the episode, but
Cool
it was
concepts.
definitely the least.
No least.
Definitely least.
The next, that was my least favorite of the ones that I've watched.
Me too.
The next least favorite has to be, again, this one really made me mad though. The Petite Noir, the Mandela Effect episode. I really enjoyed like the first half of this episode. I'm like, oh, this is awesome! Like, this is a whole Mandela effect, like messing with your brain, and it messes with the viewer's brain too, because it shows you stuff and then it changes, and then you caught it. But if you weren't really paying attention, you would like question yourself. Oh, was it actually that?
Yeah.
Like the Mandela effect. And then really smart writing. Everything kept changing like on a whim. And then when they showed her typing the email, like you literally saw her type.
Yeah.
The word, like the actual scientific word for what was it? No meat or something.
Oh yeah. Whatever the word.
Yeah, it was like a plant-based thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, she typed it, and then it went away, and then she looked in the email, and it was gone. I was like, all right, this is like something's happening here to make her look bad, and they keep building upon that, and then they slowly reveal that like her old college, high school like acquaintance,
Yeah.
that they always bullied, like she's like a tech whiz.
She's the one who specifically came up with the rumor though, with the sleeping.
Yeah.
With it. So
Yeah.
like, I hate that. I kind of hate that trope though.
Yeah.
So that's for
it's
me.
dumb.
This wasn't my least. It was number 4.
Mhm.
So, I liked the whole aspect of the Mandela thing.
It was so cool.
I liked the shots where like it made you pay attention to what she
Right.
was doing, and then later, oh, that's not what happened.
Right.
So then you're also like,
Yeah, at first
I
I'm
did
like,
watch
wait,
that
did
too.
she not type it?
so
Yeah.
they did a really good job at doing that.
Right.
But what it fails is, I think it's gonna suck because I think it's because it's the use of technology. I think
Yeah.
that would have made
yeah.
it'd be so much different if that was like its own separate episode in an anthology that doesn't have
Right.
anything to do with technology.
Mhm.
Maybe it was like a voodoo doll or something like that. But like I think the use of technology was like,
Technology.
or if it had some limitations.
Right, because when they revealed what was happening, that's when it lost me. I'm like, really? It's just someone altering time with themselves. Like, I can say whatever I want and I'm just God. I was like, it got kind of cheap. And it just
Yeah.
got rid of all, like, the mystery of what was happening. So I wish they didn't reveal, or they didn't explicitly reveal. Like, 2 ways it could have gone. Don't reveal anything, and just keep her going insanely mad for the whole thing.
I
Then you can't reveal that it's technology, or have the whole reveal done, but don't have her fight back and then get the thing at the end and make herself the goddess. I didn't like that.
yeah, I thought that was
She
cheap.
should have went mad and killed herself like the other person. Like she should have just been tormenting from the back and never revealed herself. That's how I think it should have went.
I think so too.
Like it just turned into a typical actiony, oh, the main character will come out on top type thing.
Yeah, that is 100% where it lost me as well.
I was like, yeah, really, that's what you're doing with it?
Like it was a good concept, pretty
Right.
good concept. If
Yeah.
they just kept it more dark and had the main character
Mhm.
not have a positive
Yeah,
outcome, then I think it would have been better.
because I mean everything like it happened a lot. Like obviously she was the reason why everybody else decided to like the chocolate bar. No one liked it. She said, "Oh no, it's great," and then they all agreed clearly because she had the thing on.
Yeah.
And then it kept getting me, especially with the video footage. I'm like, all right, well, you can't change the video. It clearly got that, and then it completely changed. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? Like, it was really good, the whole setup, and then it lost me.
And then she had backups of backups of backups.
Yeah,
of,
she had a
like,
million
of
of them.
the-
It's
yeah.
like, come on, that's enough.
a lot of potential for the ending to be better.
Yeah, and
But-
the music in between the cuts just felt totally out of left field. Like the dun dun dun. Like, whoa, what is that doing there? It didn't feel like it fit. So I enjoyed immensely the first, more than the first half. It was just the ending. I didn't like it at all.
Okay. Yeah. That's why that was number 5 for you, right?
That was 3 because I watched 4.
Oh, sorry. I watch all of them, so it's number.
Yeah, I watched 4 of them, so that was
But that was your second to last least.
yes.
Okay.
Out of the 4.
All right. Did you watch Plaything?
Yeah, see that? I don't agree with that. That's my number 1.
That's your number 1.
That episode was so good. So smart, so different, unique.
A man is arrested and questioned by authorities on why he tried robbing a convenience store as he explains a video game he has been developing ever since he was able to get a test demo of it. The more and more he explained it, the more and more it may not seem like a game.
William Poulter. He's got range. He can play everything. Serious, comedic. He's a psycho, even though he's not explicitly a psycho here, but in the background he is. I thought the story was awesome. Like this lonely nerd, clearly that has like some issues. His only friends are these AI beings that are hidden behind a game. You think it's a game, but it's not. It's really a technology that develops by itself over time. It becomes like self-aware. And then the only way to communicate with it is to get high on LSD, apparently. Which, I mean, kind of makes sense, because, like, you're not thinking straight, and apparently that stuff makes you see.
And it's pretty ambiguous to, like, was it actually the technology, or was it the LSD?
I think it had to be because of the end.
Oh, probably.
Or maybe he developed it himself, with all
Or
that stuff. But no,
he-
it had to have been the actual technology.
Throng,
Yeah, it had to be the
Throng.
Throng,
The Thronglets.
because they were like talking. But the only way to communicate with it is to do LSD. But like I thought the acting was amazing.
Yeah.
Like the young and the old, like you could tell that was like the same person. That was great. I thought the fact that he killed that guy was good, but how did he hide it for that long? It's just like 40, 50 plus years later.
That is true. That's what.
Like and then all of a sudden they found it. They didn't really explain that. That they
Oh,
just found it.
he buried him.
Right, but how did they just find him? Like a dog or washed up?
Don't get me wrong. I still like the episode.
Right. Just the underlying story that humans never change. We don't have any updates, And he proved that with the cop, who at first you might think he's overacting and just being very angry, but that's his point. Like when we don't get anything our way, we result in violence. But the Throng don't. They at least give you like a chance, I guess. So, what do I want to say? I just thought it was like just geniusly written. And now they're pretty much taking over the world.
Probably.
Because he injected his own plug and play in his head to communicate with them directly.
Yeah.
To get an update for himself, to update the human mind. So now he's like docile, like he's not going to fight them. So it's a way to update, like to think things through before you act with violence. Get rid of this caveman mentality. And then the whole thing of him getting like the pencil and drawing like the QR code, I thought was genius. Showing the camera so he can hack into the most intelligent computer system, which is like the FBI, because they obviously have like the most intelligent computer software, to be able to control the entire world's technology, to take over, to infect everybody with the Throng, right? So now everybody's docile. So now everybody is his friend because they are Throng. Now he's friends with everybody. No one can bully him ever again. It's
Not gonna lie,
genius.
that's actually pretty
It's
good.
genius. And the ending, because the Black Mirror is all technology, this seems like it could have been like the complete series end, like to the whole franchise of the show. Like AI's taken over.
Probably has.
Yeah. I thought it was genius.
Maybe, yeah. You have some really good
Watch it
points.
again. Well, once you understand the underlying story and everything,
Maybe
it's like whoa.
maybe I didn't understand it.
It's like genius.
Maybe I didn't understand it.
great.
Let's go play Throng.
The story.
They actually
is
have a
great.
little game on Netflix
Do
that
they?
you can download on your phone.
Thronglets?
You can actually play the game.
Have you ever played those like Pygmy games? This is like really old on like iPod. Pygmy Island. It was like
I don't
a bunch of like little
think I've heard of it.
pygmies, and you can just control them. And again with his friend, what they call him, Nubs,
I don't know.
Nub, the guy who gave him the LSD. He's like, I only know him as start with an N, Nub, maybe. He didn't know his real name.
Yeah, the name.
But like even he immediately, and we all do it. If there's something in AI, we just kill them. Like if you ever play GTA, you just run people over because that's the human mentality because we can. But he's like, no, he's above everybody else. It's genius.
I'll give it a second watch and
Give it a second.
think
watch
about it
with
more.
that knowledge. Watch some videos on it. Understand what they're trying to say. It's so good.
Somehow
It's so good.
Are you speaking Throng?
Yeah,
Throng?
they have infected me. I understand them, and they understand me.
Okay.
I am wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I had that at 5. Maybe I'll put that above Be It Noir. I liked Be It Noir only because of the aspect of the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
But it does fall flat. But I'll give Plaything another
Give it
watch.
another watch.
Maybe it'll move up. Not that I didn't hate.
Oh yeah.
I didn't say I hated Plaything.
Yeah.
But it was just that was the order
You had
of
to.
which.
Makes sense.
Because I said all of these I liked,
Mhm.
but some of them I just liked more. You absolutely hated Hotel Revere.
Yeah, it just didn't do it for me.
I liked the overall theme of that one, but I feel like that one it might be overused. I think there was like another episode, another season that was like it was a way different concept, but it was like a very similar
Mhm.
theme. I don't know what episode, but it just felt like it was like overused.
Gotcha.
All right, for number 3 for me. So this is my. You have 2 more, right? I think.
Yeah. We've been going for an hour and 11 minutes.
Here, since you watched less,
Should I just go through mine?
you just go through, and then I'll put my thoughts.
Then number 2, which was going to be number 1, but then Plaything took that over, was the first episode.
Common People.
Yeah, the common people. I don't know. This one was just like it felt real.
That was
Like, this could
that was
happen.
my number 1.
Like this could like happen. Like it was like strange.
I think
Like
that's something that
curing cancer.
really resonated with
Curing
me.
cancer with an AI based that over time will turn into ads, and it was basically a hit on streaming because streaming promises you everything, but they don't tell you about ads when you sign up. Like originally, they don't tell you about that, and they always update stuff, and you have to pay for all the updates, and it's also a metaphor on just life.
It pretty much is.
If you want to live the best life, you have to pay for a whole bunch of stuff, and life doesn't tell you anything that's going to happen with like updates or next steps, and then you're just stuck behind it.
Yeah.
And to implement that into like a person, turning them kind of into like an AI person, it's like whoa, it made you think.
Yeah,
And it was just very sad.
I watched all these out of order, and you were like, "Oh, the first one's fucked up."
It is.
And I didn't
God
watch it yet.
damn.
I didn't watch the first episode
Yeah.
first. I started watching it,
Mhm.
and I was like, okay. When she got the implant, I was like, okay, what's gonna go wrong? Then she said an ad, but I honestly, the first time she said an ad, I
Mhm.
didn't even. It bypassed
Yeah.
like anything that I was like, oh.
I
And
know,
then
yeah.
she started saying it even more. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I was like, ads.
Literally ads.
That's
Oh,
I think
our
that's
basic plan.
I think that's kind of scary on how realistic that
Yeah.
feels that
could
is
happen.
potential to happen. And I like
Like someone's gonna develop some technology to cure that.
Yeah.
To implement, an artificial part of your brain, and once that happens, they can do whatever they want. I was like, you gotta pay to live for that, and they're like, oh, it's not that much money. It's like $100, $300 a month. I'm like, that's a lot of money.
that. It is.
And again, to
And then
live,
eventually 1,000 a month.
yeah, on top of every 1,000. Each update
Oh,
is
yeah.
like 1,000 on top of your original 1,000.
Yeah, like okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
dumb at
right?
that point. Like
Yeah.
you're just like, if it's 200 for the ads,
Yeah.
and then the next one is 300, then you're paying 500 because like
Yeah.
that's ridiculous.
And then it's like, oh, our next tier, you're on the low tier. You're on basic, which means you're slowing down.
And then you get trials.
Yeah, then you get trials. You can pay for like, a month trial of 12 minutes. It's like insane. And then basically it turned into their highest tier, it turned into companion because you can control like your emotions on how like the intensity
Yeah.
of them. And I was like, damn, this is like crazy. You're just AI at that point.
And it's kind of it's one of the greatest episodes of the season because at the beginning when they're at their anniversary, they go to a shitty restaurant that they don't
Yeah.
actually like the burgers to, but they just
They're having a fun time.
they're having a fun time.
They're making
And then
fun
when
of
they
it,
go
yeah.
back to when she's when they finally have some money to spare to do it their next anniversary,
Mhm.
they go back in and she has the tier where you can
Yeah.
up the her emotions, so
She's
just loving it, and then she's liking the burger, and the husband's just like, it's not the same.
Yeah.
That's
so
really it was so
sad.
great.
It's just sad.
And he did anything he could to keep her alive. He
Yeah.
started doing that streaming.
Yeah.
Oh, it was messed up.
It was messed up. Drinking your own piss. Fucked up. Pulling teeth out.
Yeah. So that's why that's the greatest.
Finish up yours.
Did you watch the USS Callister?
No.
Okay.
I didn't watch the old year, that one. Those
Okay.
are the last two I need. So it's
Oh,
kind
I
of
see.
like, so describe these without spoiling them. Now that I'm like into the show, I want to go in blind, as blind
Okay.
as possible. Just give a basic plot without key points.
For Eulogy, I'm pretty okay. These ones are just summaries. I didn't like
Okay.
put spoilers. So, if you've watched Eulogy, it's a great one. That's why I have it number 2. It's not scary or horror like any of like the other Black Mirror episodes. It's a tearjerker. So a man is called with the news of a past ex dying recently and is given the option to participate in giving pictures of her to the funeral. As the man cannot remember her face, he has sent technology that puts himself into 3D still frames of the pictures he has. Along the way, he learns truths that he has repressed for a long time.
Interesting.
Yeah. And Paul Giamatti in this,
Oh, is he in that?
he's the main character.
Oh, okay.
It's a good.
A role where he's not funny?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a really good one.
All right.
So I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
Even though these are like you could watch past seasons. That's what's great about this series is you could watch past seasons, and maybe like there's callbacks to some little things in other episodes, but just to make it feel like it's like connected in the same world.
Right.
But the stories have nothing to do with each other.
Right.
Except for this one.
Quick thing in Plaything, in the background, there was a ton of callbacks apparently.
Yeah.
Like of just different moments.
There's
and also that episode is also great because like 90% of the episode takes place in like the 80s, and it was filmed in 4:3 aspect ratio, which is all they had back in like the 80s and like way back then, and it just felt like it brought you back in time. Like the whole cinematography and everything, it was fantastic because it wasn't full screen. It was 4:3, and every movie back then, black and whites, everything was 4:3.
I'm 4-3.
You're 4-3. So it was
This is 4-3.
all over. It was well thought out.
Turn it into 4-3.
I can't.
Okay, now turn it back into
Alright.
16-9.
9,
16-9.
16 or 16.
9, 6, that's same thing.
I'll turn it. I will.
All right. Number 3 for me was the episode USS Callister Into Infinity.
And beyond.
So you didn't watch the episode, so you know anything.
Nothing.
But
Sounds kind of spacey.
Let me see. I mean, I guess if there's a sequel, you kind of already know that.
No one dies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah. A continuation of a past episode, the crew from the USS Callister struggles inside the online game from the threat of other players being able to use real money for advantages as they figure out a way they can have their own world where it is just them. With the help from a couple of their real-life counterparts, there is a way to do so. There is betrayal and the fear of what is hidden at the center of the programming code that holds the game.
Interesting. Sounds intriguing.
Yeah. It's not as good as the original episode.
Okay.
Like the USS Callister episode was like received like almost one of the highest rated ones. The one of the what's his name? Jesse Plemons, I think. Yeah, he's the main character. He's not the main character, but he's the main person. I don't know if is he? Nah, not really. But I don't know. He does really good in those.
All right.
So watch those.
Yeah, they're on the top.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, first entrance into the show, yeah, really good. Don't know why I haven't watched them.
Yeah, I don't know why either.
They're all good in their own ways.
Don't know why either.
They're all good in their own ways.
So let us know if you guys seen any Black Mirror episodes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, watch all these ones. They're on Netflix.
Mhm.
You can watch in any order. Doesn't matter. Just tell us what your favorite ones are.
Right. Also found the poster for this is the Revier callback, but the person who has it is white.
Well, that's just a thing that they in.
No, but I just found it funny that they focused on her and then they race swapped it to a white person in the poster. I just found that weird.
In the post? Oh.
Yeah, like if you go on
On
Netflix and go click it, I'm pretty sure
Where's
it's
my-
a
I don't even know if
completely
I have
different
Netflix.
actor. I do.
On my phone, I don't know.
Yeah, I just found that weird. But yeah, let us know if you watch Black Mirror, if you have, if you haven't, if you have not, why. Maybe it's the reason I have.
Yeah, don't be
I
a
don't know.
pimp.
If it's not on your radar, who knows? Put it
Yeah,
on
we
your
understand. There's a lot of movies that we definitely want to watch, but
radar. Yeah,
we just
like,
haven't got the time. We
put
watch
it on
other
your radar.
movies, prioritize over that. Yada yada yada. You're like, we don't give a fuck. Watch all the movies.
Exactly. I just had it. But yeah, in the meantime, we hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe to us. It helps us immensely. And we
leave
would
likes.
Likes, comments. We greatly appreciate it. All of the comments we have received, amazing. 10 out of 10. Thank
Amazing.
you for
Especially
those.
on Instagram and what else? TikTok for sure.
TikTok.
We love to see that.
We found out we can view results for the quiz today.
Yeah, we're dumb.
So we can see who's played and who's got it wrong. Apparently, a lot of people are getting them wrong.
We can't see
Who
who
did it?
specifically,
Just
just
overall,
the
right?
the number.
A lot of people are getting them wrong. I've noticed. They're making some good questions.
I'm gonna say that they're good. They're really good.
Yeah.
I'm the one who does the trivia.
So clearly, not everybody's looking them up.
I
so
try to
good on
also.
you.
I try like some of these ones of these movies I haven't either seen in a while, and I don't have time to go watch a whole watch through of them.
Right.
But I try to verify to make sure that they are correct.
Mhm.
So that being said, tell me if I'm wrong.
Zep.
Shout out to you, James.
Zep.
Doesn't matter how it's spelled. Anything that I looked up, it was 1P.
You still understood the question.
Yeah.
That's the main point. You understood the assignment. So yeah, follow us there. TikTok, Twitter, X, Facebook, Instagram. And yeah, keep communing. We'll keep pushing out videos.
And we keep saying it forever.
The Discord's coming.
Discord is
Coming?
coming.
We're working on it slowly. When we have time, we're getting there.
Yeah.
We want to make it great.
We do.
it has to be. It's the place to be. You know, it's got to be great.
Yeah.
So we're just fine tuning the small. It's 99% not done. So we want to get there.
The gist of
You
it
know?
is it's going to be a great community that we can build and invite other people to join the community
Yes.
and build it. So
Yep.
we would be really excited.
Yeah. Thanks all the all the reoccurring comments. Papa Goss, Matt Stads is always
There's
liking our
one, what's
stuff.
his name? Something Magic?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry. I did not mean to blow your mind. Sorry.
Movie Magic 96.
Movie
Always
Magic-
see you
yep, he's
commenting.
commenting on a lot of stuff, so we appreciate that. Thanks for sticking around.
And our newest subscriber, at least that I can see on YouTube, simply Yvette or Vet. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, so correct me.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for the subscription.
Yep. We hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time for another fun adventure, horror related. We don't know what we're doing, but we'll get there when we get there.
We'll tell you.
Yeah, we'll tell you. So we hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
See ya.